Yo, yo, what's up with it? Hello, kitty. Hmm. Where do we start? Oh, we start on Aries today. Okay, boom, boom. Hey there, Linus Kitty. Yo, yo. Somebody else was on the last one. I started live earlier, and then it did not work. C Mac, what's up? You like that shirt? Me too, man. They was loving it today. I was at the gym with it. They was loving it. Today was a different day. Today must be one of those days where you know how you could be extra magnetic. It's one of those days. Because I was at the gym, and it seemed like everybody was around me. Like I was telling my boy, I'm like, yo, you don't see all these people around me? He was like, no, what do you mean? I was like, there's a lot of people like around us right now. We're talking, and everybody's around us. So it's one of those days. Nah, I picked the shirt. I got a little style, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. I got my own little swag, you know what I'm saying? I picked the shirt. I got some swag, you know what I'm saying? Don't doubt me, C Mac. Don't doubt me. I'm just gonna shuffle two more. So at least by like 2:20, we'll get started. And we're going forward, y'all. Oh yeah. Alright, let's get it. We want Aries. Alright. So boom, Aries. What are people noticing about you right now? That's nice. We got alright. Could be done with the Cancer, could be done with the Gemini, could be done with the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, so they're noticing that you guys are becoming a lot more gentler with the way that you speak or you communicate. So they also notice that you guys maybe be like scramble brain or like stutter maybe, or like maybe get a little agitated when it's time to like communicate your desires or things that you want. Like maybe you rush people. So you notice that you're very nurturing and comforting though. So you guys become a lot more. So a lot of y'all matured, but you guys will also become a lot more maybe free spirited, maybe more curious, maybe more playful, maybe more adventurous, but at the same time, very understanding. You know what I mean? They also notice that you tend to say things that you don't mean or just rattle off at the mouth. Like you can be argumentative because we also got the Five of Wands with the Knight of Swords. So that's definitely somebody who likes to argue, go back and forth, likes to be competitive or get the last word. Sometimes it can be the Five of Swords, but with the Knight of Swords here, I would say that. They also notice that you're very generous. So a lot of people are noticing that you're giving more opportunities. You're trying to get to know people. You're going back over previous conversations or maybe even previous beliefs or previous maybe like I'm gonna say conversations, like so maybe things that you guys maybe left unsaid or undone, or maybe even past promises. You guys could probably be going back, maybe like working on. But for some of y'all, people are noticing that you guys go back on your word. So you may say you're going to do something and then not do it. But for the most part, it looks like that may be like for just maybe one or two of you there, because you got like four different people here. So these are like four different people that are around that are like noticing things about you. All right. They're noticing how deep you are. So some of y'all be giving off like great advice, like deep, genuine, caring advice. You know what I mean? It comes from intuition, or it comes from how you feel at the moment. So like you guys are learning. Okay, so they feel like you guys are learning how to trust your emotions, trust how you feel, and then reciprocate or give that to other people. Like people feel like you're in a very receptive type of energy. They're noticing that. Like when they say something to you, you seem to be answering back, or you seem to be like, just loving. Did I? Oh yeah. Pintarina. It wasn't even a teaser. It just wasn't. I couldn't see myself, so I couldn't interact with anybody. I didn't even know if the Witcher cost was coming down, the comments or anything. So I was like, man, I'm gonna go back. Right, for real. But they're noticing that you guys are like, they notice that you guys are argumentative, but they're also noticing that you guys speak with love, and it comes off like maybe a little harsh. like you guys give a version of harsh love. You know what I mean? That's what they're noticing about you guys. So maybe it's true. I'm gonna say it's truthful, or maybe sometimes it can be maybe misleading, but it's meant with love. So maybe you guys aren't always like aggressive because it comes off as more friendly, more playful. I care about you and your time. I care about what happens in your life. So maybe you guys are a lot more inquisitive as well, because we do got the Hermit here, which is somebody who tends to like to be alone, but like when other people are around, they can be hospitable because it's a Virgo energy. So people are noticing that like you maybe like to be alone, but when they're around you, you're hospitable, because we also got the Four of Wands. So for some of y'all, you become a lot more stable or a lot more comfortable with yourself. You know what I mean? So you guys maybe are venturing out now, or inviting people over now, or, you know, or like maybe you guys are just starting to be better friends for some people. You know what I mean? Like, but also, this is another little story for some of y'all on like a slightly negative note. People are noticing that people are competing with you. So maybe these are like your friends, or like co-workers, or just colleagues, which are co-workers, but colleagues maybe, or whatever. So sometimes, you know, colleagues are a little different than coworkers. Coworkers would mean we like work together. Colleagues would just mean like we're in the same environment. Because you could be Dan in investing, and I could be Susan down in marketing, and we're totally different. You know, we're colleagues, but we're not co-workers. We don't work in the same shift or the same apartment. So maybe it's that. Maybe you have people who like aren't doing what you do, but are competing with you. You know what I mean? But maybe even trying to like socialize and be friendly with you, meet up with you. Maybe they come to your house. Maybe they do whatever. It's kind of like you guys are social and a fun time, you know what I mean, and attractive, you know, in a more like maternal way. Like people naturally feel like you get them. So people are noticing this about you. Like there's an instant connection of like you care, or like feeling comfortable at home around you. So yeah, you're good vibes. That's what most people are noticing about you. Like your vibes. They love your vibes. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are noticing that they want to give you opportunities, or other people are giving you opportunities that maybe weren't there or offered to other people. So something about you is standing out. Maybe you guys are like loners, popular loners, or something like that. Like you got some profound knowledge and some profound wisdom. All right. Anyway, let me give you signs. Could be a Cancer, Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sag, Aries, Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo. For a little razzle dazzle, could be an Aquarius. All right. So that was for Aries. Boom, bow. All right, we're on Taurus. All right, what are people noticing? This is going to be interesting. Hey there, Queen. So, Taurus, what are people noticing about you right now? That you're closed off? Could be a Capricorn. Could be a Cancer. Yeah, you guys aren't really receptive. People could be also noticing that you play victim a lot. They could be noticing that maybe you're toxic, or maybe hard to let go of, hard to get rid of. Yeah, that you've had some type of unexpected change or unexpected disaster happen in your life. All right. So people are noticing that others around you are not happy, and that so maybe you're not satisfied with how things are turning out at work, or with you, or with what you do with for money. So people could be noticing that about you. Like maybe you're not happy with what you have to do for money. Like maybe you work, for some of y'all it's like in a, maybe like a solid company, or somewhere that's influential, or somewhere that has status. Because we got the devil and we got the Hierophant. So it's something like an industry. Some of y'all work in some type of industry, and you guys maybe aren't happy. Because we got the Sun in reverse and the Nine of Cups, which just means that I'm not valuing my previous successes. I'm not valuing what used to make me happy. It no longer means anything to me. So some of y'all, people are noticing that about you. Like maybe you guys are never grateful. That you guys just be working just to work, or you guys are just working for status, or working for material goods, or just working to like have stuff. So people are noticing that you guys may be a little toxic, and maybe could be draining, because the Queen of Cups and the Devil reverse, this would be somebody who's emotionally draining. You know what I mean? Manipulative at times. All right, not really open to your feelings, not really considerate. So people are noticing this about you, that you're not really thinking about others. So you guys are in the reverse of Aries. So, but also people are noticing that you guys just work really hard. You guys can be perfectionists, always worried about the details, always worried about what's going to happen next, or how you're going to, you know, make things work, or where your next dollar is coming from, or where the next opportunity. So maybe people feel like you guys are always looking ahead. They're noticing that you're always looking ahead, looking to advance yourself, looking to move up. Casino 4 of Pentacles at first, which sometimes can be considered a social climber, because the Capricorn card. So you For some of y'all, they could be viewing you guys as social climbers, all right, or attempting to try to get yourselves about a situation, sometimes off the back of others. You know what I mean? So this could be like through collaborations. This could be like through resources. This could be like through connections, like sexual connections. So some of y'all, they be noticing that you guys will use your body or use temptation or use illicit means to get by. That's, you know what I mean, for some of y'all. So I don't know who's in here watching this, but that's what people are noticing about you. Yeah, they're noticing that you guys are trying to fix up something or fix things. So maybe you guys are good with like repairs or fixing things, or like, you know, I'm gonna say a skill. You guys have a natural skill set that they're noticing that you guys are honing in on, and it's bringing you guys money. So for some of y'all, they recognize that some of y'all went viral, all right, and maybe it's not like enough for y'all. Like maybe you guys are starting to rise or starting to get more exposure, but it's maybe not enough for you. Maybe you're not really like appreciating it right now. Like a lot of things may be happening well for you, but you may not really see them as such. You know what I mean? So something could be changing here for you unexpectedly, and people are noticing that how you deal with it. People are noticing that you guys got addictions, or you have some type of taboo lifestyle. So maybe you guys, I don't know, but then you guys have like the Hierophant here too. So maybe you guys are like very controlling. Is how what they're noticing. Like you have control, because the Hierophant could be a know-it-all. So maybe people feel like you're controlling. You tend to know a lot of things. You tend to know how to do stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe that the right and the wrong way, right and wrong way. You guys may know that. You know what I mean? And then I just seen the High Priestess too. So for some of y'all, maybe it's like a breakup or a separation. People are noticing that you're not with somebody anymore, or you're not dating somebody anymore, or you're not seeing somebody anymore. They're noticing now that you guys are working on your coins, more focused on. So maybe people are seeing you as selfish, like more focused on yourself by any means necessary, which doesn't always have to mean bad. It just kind of seems like people are noticing you to be more focused on like results, like, you know what I mean? Seeing things build, seeing progress. You know what I mean? Wanting to be financially independent, because the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles turns into a Nine of Pentacles. Financial independence. The Eight of Cups is here. So people are feeling like you already have success, and they're noticing that you have what they would consider to be happiness or everlasting commitment, love. You know what I mean? Stuff that they would be happy or satisfied with, and they feel like it's not enough for you. That you're always striving or always desiring more. It's never enough. You're never fed. You know what I mean? So people also just finding you to be maybe a little bit, like I said, toxic, but also in a more sexual way. Like people are noticing that they want to give you love, but through a covert means. So maybe they have to like tempt you with something that you want. For some of y'all, it's sex, but for others of you, maybe like material goods. It may be more money. It may be more power. It may be more status. They feel like they need to tempt you. So people are noticing that you may have like a string that they could pull in order to be able to like get your attention, or be able to like maybe shake things up in your world, or change the pattern between y'all. Because that's what people are noticing, is like they want to be able to give you love, but they also kind of feel like you're domineering or maybe a little too controlling. Like it's hard to, maybe I'm gonna say even intimidating, because like the energy gives, like no matter what I give you, it's not enough. You always want more. You always expect more. So this is what people are noticing about you, and that might be where the toxicity comes in, because people feel like they have to work hard for you. They feel like they have to work hard for you to even give them any chance. So maybe that's where the manipulative energy comes from, because it's a feeling of you not being receptive, of open to receiving the love that's being given to you. You know what I mean? And in that cases, you mostly make people feel like they're obligated to you in a way, or like they have to give it to you. But I don't know why. They just kind of feel like they have to give it to you. I'm not even gonna say that you make them feel that way. Sometimes it could just be how people perceive it. Because it doesn't, I wouldn't get that. That's just usually like a version of what people imagine. Like they imagine you to be this way, maybe. Because we got the Nine of Cups was a Pisces energy. So maybe this is what it is. People imagine you to be this way. So maybe people put you on a pedestal. A lot of people probably put you on a pedestal. And that might be why you like nothing's ever good enough for some of y'all. You know what I mean? And that's what people are noticing. Like maybe somebody put you on a pedestal. It could be a woman, could be a man. It could be a couple, or like multiple people. Because it seems like people get attached to you. Yeah, and I was just saying Six of Cups. So people get attached to you. People are noticing that. And that people can't leave you alone. And for some, maybe they'll sacrifice themselves or sacrifice their happiness for you to be able to build up off of them. You know what I mean? So these must be like, I've seen the Six of Cups. These may be people who are like familiar to you, or people who you know. But like these are people who probably try to offer you like love or try to offer you an opportunity to maybe go deeper or offer an opportunity. For some of y'all, it's like sex. They try to gift you something probably for like sex or maybe like, you know, to keep you stuck to them. That's what people want. They want to be able to keep you stuck to them. And they're noticing that you're more maybe free spirited, maybe more spontaneous, unpredictable. You know what I mean? And you can do stuff on your own, like you're self-sufficient. You're always focused on money, stability, home, house, you know what I mean, being comfortable. So people are noticing that about it. But it's almost like I said, at all costs. Like it's only because this is what I desire. So I'm gonna get that. So a lot of people are noticing that about you. Like regardless of what happens, you're gonna get what you want. Okay. All right. Anyway, let me give you signs. Could be a Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, Scorpio, Leo, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Little razzle dazzle could be an Aries. That is definitely a wild message, right? I would check my other placements. Let's see. I would check my other placements. Dang. All right. So Gemini. What are people noticing about you right now? Some of y'all, you guys are world traveled or have experience. Maybe you guys are at a distance. You guys maybe starting over or starting to put yourselves out there. It could be a Capricorn that you could be dealing with, or Aquarius, Leo, Taurus. Okay. So people are noticing that you guys idolize relationships or romanticize partnerships. All right, like you imagine them to be a certain way, and that you guys hang around in situations longer than you probably should. Like you've outgrown some of your connections that you've had. People are noticing that, but you still hang around. You still be around them. People are noticing that you haven't seen the truth just yet. You keep trying to rekindle past partnerships, past relationships, past friendships. You keep them around because they're comfortable, but you've already outgrown them. Because I've seen the world first, and then we got 6 cups in reverse, which means you've gotten over some type of childhood behavior, but you're still around there. So people are noticing that about you. They're noticing that, they're noticing that you guys are better with money, that you guys are able to maybe pay back large debts, or able to pay back, pay on like maybe a house or something. Maybe you guys have a house, or you have like a family, a household that you take care of. So for some of y'all, people notice that you guys don't have children. I don't know if you guys do or don't, but they maybe notice, or they notice that you don't always have your children. So it could be that too. If you have children, but maybe you don't have them. But if you don't have children, then it's just that they recognize you don't have children. Anyway, so people notice that. All right, so they're noticing that you'll sacrifice yourself in relationships, and that's what keeps everybody around you. And that's what they're noticing, that people will be around you maybe because of a benefit, maybe because you guys have money, maybe because you guys have an inheritance, or you just have some type of stability that they like you're able to do multiple things at one time. Some of y'all could be have great business acumen. Let me give you signs real quick. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sag, Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sag. Could be your signs, could not be. But people are so for some of y'all, people are noticing that they want to have a relationship with you. Like the way that you see things is more of like wanting to, I'm gonna say, make a partner feel safe, make a partner feel comfortable. You could be somebody who boosts a lot of people's confidence. Like you inspire them. For some of y'all, people are probably idolizing you as well, because so it's maybe like people who are waiting on an opportunity with you. That's what I'm kind of feeling like, because it's like they're hesitating. They're hesitating, like offering you maybe commitment, or offering you an opportunity, or offering like camaraderie, closeness to you. Because we also got 2 cups here, so people are idolizing like relationships, and that's what they like about you. This is what people are noticing, that they're attracted to that you idolize your partners. So you kind of see them as somebody who can't do no wrong. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of people want, like that savior type of vibe. Like, think of me as somebody who, I can't get it perfect. You know what I mean? See me in a light where like even if I mess up, I'm not the worst thing ever. Like, so you're not really like judgmental. And this is what people are noticing. Like, you're not really judgmental. You're very easygoing, good vibes. Things always just tend to be working out for you. You know what I mean? You do the hard work. You're not afraid to do it on your own. You got independence here. But some of y'all have like a family, or like so people probably want to do, what's it called? A blended family. People are noticing that. Like, they want a relationship with you. That's what people are noticing. They want either a partnership, this could be in business, or they want some type of relationship romantic wise. And it's out of attraction, but they're hesitant on like coming forward towards you. Because some of these may be past people. Some of these may be past people. because they feel like you no longer romanticize the past or what used to happen between y'all. Hey there, Leo Moon. Hey, Blue Butterfly. Hey there, Hive Mind. So, did I miss anybody else? Other people? Yeah, so they're noticing that you're sacrificing your relationships or your partnerships. Like I said, you stay around where maybe you probably should have gotten out of there for a while. So people feel like you guys are, okay, oh, you guys are big spenders. You spend a lot. So like during good times, you guys spend. So maybe when you guys are like drinking, you guys maybe buy stuff you don't need, or some of y'all, it could be salespeople. And maybe you guys sell merchandise, you sell products, or you guys basically maybe want to quit a job, a long-standing job. You guys want to quit that. So people are noticing like you want to work for yourself, or you want to do more like creative ventures that pay you money. So you don't really want like a traditional job. You maybe want to like work for yourself, or you probably just recently quit a job that was long-term for y'all, maybe had a lot of status or had a lot of like potential to maybe leave money, long-term money for some of y'all. That's what people are noticing, that you no longer, I was going to say working in the banking industry. So for some of y'all, banking industry. So maybe you don't work where you used to work at anymore. Maybe you have been there for a while. But now it's like, I'd rather do my own thing. People are noticing that you take care of your health too, that you take care of yourself. But like your mental, your emotional, your physical well-being. So maybe you guys are working out, or like you're into like, what do they call it? It's like non-traditional methods of healing. So like different spiritualities, sometimes like veganism, sometimes like changing your diet up. So maybe some of y'all have changed your diet up, or like change the way you intake things into your body. This could be even like what you watch, what you pay attention to, what you indulge in. Like people are noticing that you learn how to like temper overdoing things. You don't overdo things like you used to. So a lot of people are noticing that other people are holding you in high regard. Like they see you as a saint in some way. Saint, very attractive, outgoing, somebody that they want to be around though, because like they feel like just being around you, there's opportunities where things could, maybe you teach them something, or maybe like some of the luck that's on you rubs off on them. Like it's like wanting to be in close proximity of you. You got a lot of like closeness here. So a lot of closeness in your vibe just comes off as like, I'll get it done. If nobody else is going to do it, I'll do it. So people are noticing like you get things done. You're very tidy or organized. Clean. So cleanliness. You're a cleaner. Huh. You always got one foot in, one foot out though when you're doing things. So maybe you guys are always like multitasking, doing one thing here, and going over here, doing one thing, and coming back over here, doing something else. So it's kind of like you guys are always maybe not on the go, but like just having your hands in a bunch of different other little things at one time. It seems like little dipper dabber here, little dipper dabber there. Yeah. So somebody's noticing that they want to reconcile with you though. Past partners, past relationships, people you were once dating want to reconcile with you. They feel like you're over it though. So they're probably, I don't even see no signs of them. Maybe watching. Could be because the sun got all these eyes. So maybe they're watching y'all. These could be people who are in the entertainment, or people who like just maybe the relationship was stagnant, or they maybe sold you a dream. So it seems like they're watching you maybe heal. They're watching you take care of your own needs. They're watching you build yourself back up. They're watching you build networks of people, or like connections with people, established people. These may be influential people for some of y'all. So they're noticing that. This is what people are noticing, that you guys are probably trying to get your money up, or building up to generational wealth, maybe through a business. People miss you though. That's what they're noticing, really, that they miss you. That they miss you. So they idolize you in a way where it's like, I remember the best times about you. I remember those one moments where we were doing this and we were doing that, and I idolize those moments. I want those moments back. So a lot of people are noticing that they want that back. They want a relationship connection with you where you were just like great vibes. You were just chilled. Things were going well. You were very catering or nurturing to them. You took care of their needs. You were possibly a provider in some ways, at least provided for the things that like brought them well-being, peace, comfort. So they feel like, they miss that now. They miss that. For some of y'all, they noticed that you were an investment, and that you're no longer investing in the way that you once were. You're not looking to build a household with some of them, or not looking to put your resources together. All right. Anyway, League signs. Could be a Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sag, Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo, Sag, Cancer, possibly Leo. All right. All right. Cancer. 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 So, Cancer, what are people noticing about you right now? Things are shifting for the better for you. Could be done with the Sag. Seeing the Two of Cups there. And we got the Lovers here. So for some of y'all, there's a breakup. There's a breakup. Could be done with the Gemini. Oh yeah, they could be noticing that you guys are moving on. No longer putting in energy or effort. Yeah. So yeah, so let me give you something real quick. Could be a Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Cancer, Taurus, and Leo for residents. So people are noticing that you guys are a lot more popular, very generous, givers, but always at work. They also feel like you guys don't recognize maybe like the authority or the power that you guys have. Like you guys don't wield it that well, but you guys are very independent. So people are noticing you to be maybe more standoffish, guarded, not liking the opinions of others, like not wanting to hear the opinions of others, but also maybe very gossipy. Like you know the tea, you be knowing what other people have going on. So maybe you know rumors, you know gossip, you know whatever. All right. People are noticing that. They notice that you'd rather be independent than be in a relationship, though. Like maybe you have casual connections or like secret affairs or just like a partner that you don't really have close intimacy. Like you don't really let people get too close to you. But people are definitely wanting to like be generous with you and wanting to like build connections with you. They feel like you guys will be better together. You got 2 cards of 6s, which is like people wanting to be better together, community. So it's like, no, I don't want to. That's what people are noticing. Like you tend to be very cold, very like strict with people, are very like not guarded, but maybe like what you want. Like I need to know what you're here for. Hey, curly cookie. So maybe you very direct with people, very direct. People are noticing that you make a lot of big moves, but maybe behind the scenes for some of y'all, like people don't really see what you be doing, but they be noticing that things be happening, that things start adding up, and it just seems like you don't have to work hard, or it seems like you don't put a lot of energy or effort in at work or a job that you have. Like you tend to be on the go a lot, so you don't really be like working. So for some of y'all, they be noticing that you don't work or you don't have income like that, or you're not putting as much energy or effort at work as you once were, but your career or your status is still the same. So like how people see you still remains the same. So even if you're not working, people still hold you in high regard. People still respect your authority. They still respect your input. You know what I mean? They still give you offers or opportunities. People want to give back to you. They be generous. You know what I mean? So that like people are paying attention to how other people love you and how other people hold you in high esteem. That's what people are noticing. That maybe you're popular, well liked. I would say well liked, but also maybe a little bashful. Like not really like expressing that you don't openly express how you feel about things, but every once in a while when it builds up, you just kind of like spurt it out like, oh, this is how I've been feeling about this for a while. So maybe people are viewing you as, oh yeah, it's moody, Cancer. Of course, moody. Of course they would. So people are viewing you as moody. Like some days you want their love and affection, some days you don't. Some days you're really expressive, other days you're not. So some people are noticing that maybe you guys are still maybe holding on to like a resentment, maybe slightly from a previous relationship, and so this made you want to be a lot more cold, a lot more independent. But they're noticing that you guys are very smart. You know how to make money, or you know how to maybe, yeah, I'm just gonna say make money out of nowhere, or make money stretch for some of y'all. Like people are noticing that they want to be able to like be a benefit to you. They want to add value to you. They want to invest in you because people actually feel like you guys would be better together. Like if we just work together, we could get so much more done. So much more done. But you tend to maybe you guys like to be very particular about details, or you guys like to be controlling of how things work, the progress of things. So maybe you guys don't like necessarily working with team or having like real partners with you. It kind of seems like that. Like maybe you guys have, like I said, affairs or just like partnerships that we're not really like we don't really put things together. We don't put our business together. I don't tell you all my secrets. I don't always be vulnerable with you. It's like people are noticing that. Like maybe you don't do that. You don't be like letting them get too close to you. You don't let people get the best of you. Yeah, and you're not sorry about it. So people are noticing that like you don't let people take advantage of you anymore. Yeah. but they don't have any leeway with you because like you stop them at the front door pretty much. So some of y'all have great boundaries and very vocal about what you expect from people. So a lot of people feel like you guys maybe are trying to get over imposter syndrome. They're noticing that. So maybe at work you guys didn't feel like you guys were like that skilled or that great or like didn't offer that much value. It's basically saying that you guys are starting to get over that, starting to recognize that you guys have like success, or that you guys have built up some type of level of success, some type of level of like acclaim or like recognition amongst your peers or recognition amongst your colleagues. Like you stand out. You're a big deal in a way that you probably don't see yourself. That's what people are noticing about you. Like you got all this going for yourself and you don't see it. You don't see what you've built or what you've made happen. Almost like a magician, but it's not. It's like through being driven, through being courageous, through being like motivated, self-motivated. So a lot of y'all are self-motivated to make things happen, changes in your life. And people are noticing that about you. Like, I don't need partnerships. I don't have to have a friend to do that. I'm gonna make this happen for myself. So like if you're a woman, even if you're a man, if you're a woman, this is like, they find this to be more impressive. I mean, more impressive. Like, how'd you do that on your own without somebody else? So there's maybe people who are always like feeling like they're being overtaken, or they're like life is always too hard for them, always fighting fights on like multiple fronts. So people are noticing that about you. Like you're doing the same though, but you're always fighting fights on different fronts. So maybe like one day the electric goes out, or the water heater goes out. Then the next day something wrong with your car, but it's like you just handle them, you overcome the situation. So you don't be sorry or like sad about like difficulties that come your way. Maybe for a minute, because that Knight of Cups was there. That's a moody person. So maybe for a minute you guys maybe sulk, but then you guys just get it done. So you guys are like fake crybabies. This version of Cancer, you guys are like fake crybabies. You guys kind of complain about shit and then just go get it done. But you be knowing shit. You know other people's business. All right, that's what they be talking about. You guys be knowing other people's business. You know other people's secrets. And that's usually the High Priestess, but the Lovers in this deck is that. It's like telling other people's secrets. And it's because usually a card of like gaining partnerships. You guys don't really care too much about having close bonds or close partnerships with people for some, that's the Queen of Swords energy. So that's probably why. All right, you guys are afraid to step outside your comfort zone. That's what people are noticing when it comes to romance and comes to love and expressing how you feel. You guys are afraid to do that. So maybe one day you guys do, or you do it when you guys are looking for something. So that's when you guys are like very charming, really flattering, willing to share your visions or ideas with others when you're looking for something. That's when you show up, because you're like, oh, I need something from you. Sometimes it's money, sometimes it's resources, or sometimes you just want attention. So now here you are being flirty or being charming because you want my attention. Oh, okay. What you want? Normally you're focused on money or focused on your career. Normally you're focused on trying to make shit shake. Why are you bothering me today? So that's how they feel about you. Like, you're sometimey. All right, let me give you signs. Could be a Gemini, could be a Cancer, it could be a Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Taurus, Leo for razzle dazzle. Could be a Pisces. Crabs do have that hard shell. It takes them a little while to open up. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, let's get on the Cancers. Maybe Leo. All right, so Leo. So, what are people noticing about you? First thing I wanted to say, that you don't be telling the truth. Could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Could be a Virgo. I feel like you be like, oh yeah. So people feel like you guys be romanticized or making situations seem better than what they are sometimes. So like, I was gonna say a liar, but I don't mean to be like call you a liar. But that's probably what they would have called you. Cause I seen the Ace of Swords, and I was thinking liar at first, but I was like, just not telling the truth. Let's say that in a gentler way. But people do find you to be a liar. Like, you make things sound better than what they are. All right. And you leave. So people are noticing that you guys leave them on red a lot. Like, you're flirty, and then you just go out of the blue. You just stop talking, stop texting, stop replying. You leave them lingering, leave them hanging. So yeah, you be leaving them on red. So this is what people are noticing about you. So they notice you also got a public image that people respect, and people that also like bothers people. So they notice that you be bothering people. I don't know what you guys be doing. I guess maybe it's because you guys got a reputation. Oh, you guys have a reputation for like being a player. or for like always like being on the go, like not really staying consistent in relationships. We also got Two of Pentacles here, being, and then we got the Knight of Cups. Yeah, for being moody, not being consistent in relationships. Same thing as Cancer, where you guys are giving, or they consume you to be like you only like hit them up either when you want passion, when you want to ask a favor, when you need them to help you out. You know what I mean? When you're looking for some type of opportunity, whether in love, romance, or business, that's when you hit them up. You know what I mean? So some people feel like they're noticing that you bother them at night, or that you're up late at night. So maybe that's when you probably decide to hit. Oh yeah, if you're going coming to see them for sex, of course you're going to hit them up at night. But like if you're asking for favors, because that's what people are noticing. Like you only hit me up when you want something, so they're noticing that about you. You know what I mean? That you're that you try to be flexible, or like you tend to be very moody, up and down, up and down. They're uncertain, so they notice that there's a lot of uncertainty with you. And for some of y'all, they're noticing that they need to cut you off. Like you're very stern or very strict about what you expect, and you got hard boundaries or whatever. But like when it's them, you tend to waver a lot. Oh well, you know what I mean? It's like you compromise a lot, but like only for them, like what they will for, like not for them, but for you. So it's like, oh well, usually my rule is this, but for me, I'm not going to hold that. But for you, you need to adhere to that. So that's how they feel about you. Like you have your own sense of justice, and it doesn't adhere to the one that's fair for everybody. So that's how they feel. Like it doesn't. This doesn't match for everybody. It just works for you. So that's how a lot of people are noticing. Like things only work for you. When they work in your favor, that's when you're here. That's when you're like presenting opportunities. When it's something for you to gain, or when it's something for you to like have emotionally fulfilling. But then at the same time, they also feel like so they feel like you give just a little bit though. Like you're more about like excitement, adventure, fun. You know what I mean? Selling people a dream, telling them what they would like to hear. This is what they're noticing. This is what they're noticing though, and that you have a reputation for that. Oh, that's what that is. So other people know about this. So this is what people are noticing, that other people know your game, or maybe it's not a game to y'all, maybe, but this is what they have. This is how they're viewing it. They're noticing in this way, like you play. You're very flirty. You're very talkative. You're friendly. You're cordial. You know what I mean? They like you. It's almost like a facade, because the Knight of Cups is here, which could be somebody who's an illusionist. So it could be somebody who sells you a dream, tells you what you like to hear. They're romantic, but at times, because they're moody. Today I'm into you. Tomorrow, not really. You did that shit that I didn't like. Why are you doing that? You're like, what? You liked it yesterday. Yeah, that was yesterday. Not too much today. So that's how people kind of view you like that. It's like, where they're noticing that about you. Like, you're moody. You change up a lot. You change up a lot. One day it's going to be this way. The next day it's another that. But like you told me you like it this way. So people are noticing that. It's kind of difficult to deal with you. So you bother them, or you worry them a lot. They cause stress, a lot of anxiety. They don't know what to do next. This is what people are noticing. Like, I don't know what to do next. So they're noticing that they either need to be very flexible, or they need to give back to you what you give to them. Like, be like, you know what I mean? Like, balance the scales out between y'all. So they need to be as flighty as you do, be as inconsistent as you do. You know what I mean? Only hit you up at night, or only hit you up every once in a while, or only give to you when they can get something. You know what I mean? Or play games in the way that you play games. Because sometimes Two of Pentacles could be somebody who plays games. They're up and down. You don't really know what they're doing. It's giving you a whole lot of uncertainty. So a lot of people feel like, oh, you're uncertain. So it's a cat and mouse game. That's what they feel like. You play a lot of cat and mouse game. One day you're into it, the next day you're not. They don't like people. They notice it's just like a whole lot of like ups and downs, and like you guys don't get past a certain point, and that bothers them. Yeah, somebody. So you guys got like a creative skill or a passionate skill. Like you guys are good at like maybe sales. You guys are good at like, telling. I'm still saying telling people what they want to hear, but it has to do more so like for the benefit of you. So maybe you guys do sales, or you do like some type of creative venture where maybe you guys are always on the go. Maybe rapping, singing, dancing, drawing, DIYs at home. You guys have like a creative spark to you. They like that they noticing about you. So maybe you guys are like performers, or you do something that they notice. Like you're very creative, but you just don't stay consistent with the things that you desire. Like, you get bored very easily. You get bored very easily, and then you be up late night trying to figure things out. Like maybe that's when you guys get your most thinking done, or most thinking done at. Like you tend to space out. I just seen the Seven of Cups, so they're noticing that you guys space out when they're talking to you, or when they're like engaging with you. You tend to be just somewhere else, like you're never present. Yeah, that's what people are noticing about you. Like, you guys aren't really ever present. Maybe when they need you, because these could be people who are maybe needy, clingy, because they also kind of view you as being that way too, but emotionally manipulative in a way where, yeah, you missed it. We started from Aries, where it's like, oh, now I'm being nurtured, but this is like, I mean, now I'm being nurturing and caring, but like, I'm about to ask you for something in a second, because I just cooked this meal, or I just did this, so I need you to come with something. You know what I mean? I need you to do that. But but the way you present it is like really smooth. It's really smooth because like they don't notice it until the after effect. Like, oh, you just did that to get that. You know what I mean? So like people feel ashamed or embarrassed. They're noticing that like you duped me. People, it's not funny, but that's kind of what it is. Like you duped me. It's like a bait and switch. You duped me because the Seven of Cups is here too, and the Knight of Cups is a dream seller, and the Seven of Cups is a temptation, falling right into it. You fell right into it, hook, line, and sinker. I got what I wanted. Thanks. Let me give you signs. Could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Pisces, Sag, Libra, Gemini, Capricorn, Pisces, Aquarius, and Capricorn. For a little razzle dazzle, could be a Scorpio. Dang, not y'all. Y'all is terrible. All right, let's get to the Virgos. The Virgos. All right, Virgo. Hey, I do my best. Yeah, okay, I'll see you, D. All right, so Virgo, what are people noticing about you right now? Oh, wait, that's not supposed to be there. That's a whole half a deck. What's going on here? That's so crazy. And they shuffled up like there was nothing wrong either. So we're gonna see. I sure will, bro. I'll tell straight on them. All right, so Virgo, what are people noticing about you right now? Okay. You guys get a lot of attention. You guys are popular, known by a lot of people. All right, could be done with a Leo. Could be done with a Cancer. I mean, a Scorpio. I was gonna say Cancer, so maybe a Cancer. It could be done with a Scorpio. So somebody's noticing that they need to watch you, because like you get a lot of attention, possibly a lot of admirers, a lot of like offers, yeah, but nothing ever seems to be good enough. So people are noticing that you're not satisfied with none of the romantic offers that you're getting. You're not moving forward with anybody, and you delay or you stall people out. So maybe it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. So maybe you stall or you delay people. Yeah, you're really cold and detached. You don't really care too much about like what happened. So like maybe past relationships you don't really dwell on too much. People are noticing that like once it's over, it's over. Yeah, Three of Swords here too. Yeah, once it's over, it's over. You guys just give to somewhere else, or because it's like you guys have options. That's what they notice. You guys have options, and they notice that you guys aren't like restarting conversations. You aren't saying much. So that's what people are noticing about you. You seem to not really care about anybody else but yourself, even though you have a lot of love and care. I'm going to say, because we got Nine of Cups here again, that maybe for some of them, they feel like that's a facade. They're noticing that maybe. I wouldn't even say they're. Well, we got the Page of Cups here, which in reverse, which is somebody who's insincere. So people feel like, okay, so, okay. So people are noticing that you don't find any of your romantic options like worthy enough for you to settle down or commit to. So a lot of people are noticing that, you pretty much hurt them. You were being insincere with them. You were flirting or like telling them what they would want to hear, or just being like playful and like, flirty, but just for like maybe for attention. Like you like a lot of attention. That's what they assume. You like a lot of attention. You like people to be generous with you. You like people to take care of you, to focus on your needs. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you're selfish. You don't really care what other people want. You'll cut people off. So you're pretty cold, like about the things that you want and what you expect. Now people just feel like, so they feel like you have a lot of love and care, but like at the same time, you don't really care about people if they're not really fitting into like your picture or your view of what you think should be going on. You're very intimidating to talk to, and you're demanding. They're noticing that like you demand things. You demand people to take on responsibility, to take on your burdens. or you demand people to like express themselves around you. Like, so you like the attention, you like them to flirt with you, you like that admiration. That's what people are noticing. You like that. You want people to be maybe fighting over you. You want people to be fawning over you. You want people to like look when they see you. So like you like that being noticed. This is what they're saying. You like being noticed, and people are noticing that. That's funny. That's funny. They also notice that you tend to be shy. Maybe you're not the one that's always initiating and talking. So you like the attention, but you don't really. Maybe you don't know how to like say like thank you, or like maybe you don't know how to deal with it. That might be what it is. Like you don't know how to deal with like compliments. You don't know how to deal with like kind gestures. You don't know how to like deal with people being sincere or like generous with you. You're not quite sure what to do with it. You know what I mean? So that's what they know. It's like you don't really know what to do with things when people are being nice or friendly to you, and they feel like you be friendly or you be playful, but it'd be like fake, like you're not really like that, like you're not really like that because they're seeing you more as like a King of Swords in reverse, where somebody who tends to be very detached, very cold, and sometimes people call them to be an asshole. So like you're secretly an asshole is what they view you to be. Like you come off like very loving, nurturing, caring about everyone, kumbaya. But with the Page of Cups in reverse and the Three of Swords, it's like once they realize like, oh, that's not who you are. You're really cutthroat. You're really about what you want. You're selfish. You're greedy, and nothing's ever really good enough for you either. You're never satisfied with what anybody ever offers you. So it comes off like that too. But at the same time, they feel like you're like, so some people are feeling. So you got. Let me give you this. We got 1, 2, 3. You got 3 people here. So these could be like probably different people. Because I was about to give you like different storylines at the same time. Because some of it's like you are very loving. You're very generous. You're careful. You tend to sacrifice yourself for them. You know what I mean? But you do it with a selfish motive. Like it's self-motivated. So maybe like, let's say, maybe we were like out to eat and I maybe left my wallet in the car. You might pay, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, you got to give me that money back. You know what I mean? Like, it may be like that. Like, oh, all right, I guess so. I'll give it to you. You know what I mean? So like, you may look out, but you may like expect something almost on the back end in a way. You know what I mean? And they almost feel like they have to give it to you. That's what people notice. Like, I need to give it to you or you're just going to cut me off. Like, I need to give you what you want. You're just going to cut me off. Yeah. It seems like you're never satisfied with whoever's around, the people who are around. So maybe people feel like these may be people who deal with like codependency. That might be what's going on here. These may be people who deal with codependency because like as I'm thinking about this, like they give to you, but like they recognize like it's never enough. So like they're still trying to please you. So people are noticing that they're still trying to please you, regardless if you accept it or not. Like they just feel they have to give it to you because other people are probably giving it to you, and if they don't, then somebody else will. So that's how. Let me give you signs real quick. So maybe you can see this. Could be a Leo, Pisces, Sag, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, full of razzle dazzle. Could be a Sag. So some of y'all are like strong, physically strong, because they like your body. A lot of people like your body. Like maybe some of y'all could be slender, but some of y'all could be like muscular built or like maybe kind of solid. Like they like your body. People are noticing that. Like I just noticed that just now. So maybe it wasn't like always apparent, but now people are noticing your body. It's pretty chiseled for some of y'all, or it's just like well defined. It's noticeable. It's one of those things that you can't like not look at. Can't look away. Can't look away. So a lot of people are bashful around you, and they notice that. So you make a lot of people feel insecure about like flirting with you, about like saying something to you, about trying to be playful with you. It's like she may not really be into this, or he may not really be into this. You know what I mean? I'm surprised with the King of Swords. Maybe you guys are like very like I was gonna say shrewd. So maybe shrewd, like always like you know what I mean, giving people like the look, the cold look, like I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like very, very peculiar, very particular about people. Yeah. And like even when you're being like sincere, when you're helping out, it's not sincere. They feel like that's what they're noticing. Like there's something that you're gonna ask for later. You're gonna ask me to do something after I've done this for you, or after I do something for you. Kind of like the Leo. That's kind of funny how the signs be having similar energies because they're right next to each other. But that's what it is. But they also notice that you guys overcome obstacles very easily. You learn very fast. So like if you make a mistake or if you bump over something or like if you get hurt, you heal pretty quick. But it's mostly like you learn from mistakes very quickly. So like if there's an obstacle that's in your way or something that was blocking you, maybe by next week you figure it out. Or over time, very quickly, you guys tend to figure out what was holding you back. You know what I mean? So you guys are realists when it comes to yourself. You may break your own heart at times, being so real, so critical. Yeah, people find you to be a heartbreaker. That's what they find you. Like you're somebody who's a heartbreaker. That's what they notice about you. Like it's like the sad truth that we may never be anything. Okay. Damn. So let me give you signs. Could be a Leo, could be a Scorpio, Pisces, Sag, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sag. Okay. Okay. You are a heartbreaker. I know. Most of you Leos are. That's what y'all be doing. Out here ruining people's lives. You know? No, let me see. So, Libra, what are people noticing about you right now? Ooh, that you guys like trouble, drama. You guys like to go back and forth. Right. They notice that you guys procrastinate a lot. You trying to make other people take on your responsibilities, or you manipulate to make people spend money on you. Could be dealing with a Virgo, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces. So people feel like you're high maintenance. That's what they feel like. They feel like they have to do a lot to like get you to want to be in a partnership or a relationship, but they also feel like you keep your relationships hidden, and that keeps your relationships from going like too far. So some of y'all, they feel like you're also insincere. So people are noticing that you guys don't do great at like gestures of like love or like expressing how you feel. You're not one of those people who like can like wear it all on your sleeve today. Like you guys come off as like insincere, slightly shy. Like maybe it's like when you guys decide to like express your emotions, people feel like it's manipulative because it comes with something that you've expected. You know, like you're very independent. So when you ask for stuff and people like tell you no, then you tend to get very pouty, or you be like, oh, okay. And maybe you stop being around them, or you stop being interested. That's what people are noticing. That maybe if they don't like date you or romance you, then you stop being interested. Or if they don't message you, or if they don't like reply back to you as fast enough, or something like that, then you're just not interested. They notice that you have a natural ability that you're not using, or that you use your abilities to get money for yourself. So like maybe you have like selfish intents whenever you are like showing people your skills, or whenever you're showing people what you can do. So like maybe if you guys are like homemakers or like handymans or like whatever, barbers or whatever, like you do it, but you only do it because it's to your benefit. Like it's going to make you money. So like you guys maybe have like a skill. Like I can give you an example. Like maybe you could be a cook or artist, but you only do it because it's going to make you money. You know what I mean? Like you don't do it necessarily just for the passion. You maybe do it for the gram, or you do it for the look, or you do it for, to have a partner. Like, but it's like insincere because it maybe isn't. For some of y'all, it's like it's not always consistent. Cause I see the Emperor in reverse, so maybe in the 4 cups. So maybe it's not always consistent. Like the behavior that you do with them, like it's for more control. So they may notice that you're very intimidating, or that you're usually intimidated, and you come off as like shy, passive. You know what I mean? But just like looking very good, very attractive. So a lot of people are noticing you to be being single, but like easily you can pick up partners. Like that's very easy for you guys to pick up partners, like effortless almost. And that is okay. So Libra is the sign of like partnerships. So yeah, of course. So for y'all, it's very easy to get partnerships. People are noticing that, and people are also noticing how very sexually attractive you are, but that you're not taking any offers, or you're not really like content with what's being given to you. So they feel like they're not giving you enough, and they're noticing that like it's not enough. Like so, you come off as intimidating because of that. Like it's not enough. You're high maintenance. You expect a lot. Like you expect a lot. You have outdated beliefs or outdated like traditional values. They feel like, so maybe like some of y'all feel like, I don't know, the man needs to open the car door, or the woman needs to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. Like you know what I mean, like that. Like it's giving some of those like old school. So maybe you guys were like raised by like older folks then. Because like you have some like the old paradigms, like you come off like an old woman or an old man vibe that is giving, but like dressed up in like a more playful, youthful. So a lot of people are noticing that you guys haven't really aged much. You kind of look the same as you did maybe as children or as a teen, or like you haven't really changed much. Things look to be going well for you. Yeah. but you procrastinate a lot because you like being in relationships. So you don't really try to show people what you can do in partnerships. You don't try to show them like, you know, I could be an asset, or I could do this, I could do that. But when you do, it's not really sincere. It's just really to get authority or control over the connection. So like maybe you guys become generous one day. Maybe you guys are like extra flirty one day. Maybe you like play like, I don't know, maybe you do like what do you call them? Baby names and stuff, you know. Hey Nook Nook, hey Booby, hey cutie, you know what I mean? Little stuff like that. One day you guys are doing that, then the next day you guys aren't really doing it. It's almost moody, but it's not. It's like I did this as a way of like getting control. You know what I mean? To be able to assert myself. Like you come off as very dominant. So even if you're a woman, you're very masculine to them. This is what people are noticing. Like you have this sense of authority that other people just seem to respect you. And sometimes you overdo it because I don't know why you overdo it. I was about to say you overdo it because it's for fun. So maybe you guys like abusing authority or like abusing your control that you have over people. You get what I'm saying? That's how they're viewing it. They're noticing it's like you like being in control. You like having authority. You like dominating people. You know what I mean? You like when other people are like gassing you up or flattering you. This is what you like. So you like that. You like when they flatter you. So people are noticing, oh, okay. So for some of y'all, that's what they're noticing. They're noticing that they can do that to get control over you or to get some type of authority over you by like gassing you up, you know, flattery, maybe even using a little tinge of jealousy by like showing you that other people are interested in them or that so-and-so commented on their picture or like they notice like you have little tinges of jealousy, but you try to like mask it or hide it by being like, you know, in control, you know, not really caring. I know what I got to offer. So like you kind of come off like that, like, oh, I'm cool. I don't really need anybody. I don't need anybody. But like they feel like you secretly obsess about emotional connections or like having deeper bonds with people. But at the same time, you block yourself. This is what they're noticing. They realize that you block yourself. All right. Now, for others of you though, they also feel like you guys are learning to trust your intuitions and partnerships. You guys like being single, but you guys are learning how to build intimacy. But they also feel like it's still insincere because you're not really open to like taking any relationships. But they feel like you guys maybe procrastinate building real partnerships or building real like long-term connections because you guys are enjoying the fruits of your labor right about now. So for some of y'all, you have maybe worked hard or done something like that. They also find you hard to read hard to read. It's not really like clear about what your intentions are, what you desire in partnerships, or what you need in partnerships. It's like I feel like I'm seen by you, and I feel like we're like connecting, but at the same time, I also feel like it's not going anywhere. So people are noticing that like maybe you're either very pessimistic when it comes to relationships, or you just don't see relationships going too far. Like you're not afraid to be vulnerable, but you just don't see them going too far. So a lot of people view that as being insincere, because like you're telling them your truth, but at the same time, you're not really letting them like love you or letting them like feel like they can build any type of level of trust with you sincerely. So it's kind of like you hold yourself back when it comes to relationships. This is what people are noticing. You hold yourself back from relationships. So you could have been in one by now, is what they're saying. It's like they're so easy, but you don't even want them because they're easy. Maybe that's what that is. Because you know what I mean? I don't know. They just feel like you just like having control over people. You know what I mean? And telling them which way to go, when to do what, and maybe like possessing them, but not necessarily wanting to keep them. So let me give you signs. Could be a Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Aries, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Aries, for razzle dazzle, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Dang. Dang. All right. We're going to see. You just picky? I'll be like that too. I'll be picky too. I'm with you on that. I'm picky. I don't know. I don't know if I like that today. That is a nickname. Bay Boo. That's a little nickname. Schnookums. That's a nickname. There was this one girl. She used to call her boyfriend Mookie. I just think that was so crazy. Mookie. All right. Anyway. So Scorpio, what are people noticing about you right now? Oh, so they're noticing you guys have some type of success. You guys are basking in it right now. You notice that you also get overwhelmed with emotions. So some of y'all have like a drinking problem. That's how they feel. Maybe they're noticing that you guys like to drink a lot. You guys like to get wet. You like to sip a little something. I don't sip. So if it's not necessarily that for y'all, then they also notice that like what used to make you happy or what used to be fulfilling for you is no longer that anymore. That you guys are now more focused on family, more focused on like relationships, more focused on like seeing other people happy. You know what I mean? The bigger picture and connections or bigger picture in general. You guys are now becoming leaders or becoming more authoritative. Like you're having a lot more ambition, a lot more drive. You're attractive. So people are noticing this. You're more attractive. Yeah, and you're more passionate, outgoing. For some of y'all, they notice that you guys are always on trips or always like on the go. Very feisty, very feisty, and somebody that a lot of people come to for like advice or come to for like information. You're low key popular, so like a lot of people know you, but maybe they don't like to like give you your flowers. So maybe people consider you to be arrogant. Like the people who don't want to give you your flowers consider you to be arrogant. It's like they recognize you, but they don't want to applaud you. This is what people are noticing. Other people are noticing this, that other people don't want to applaud you. You know, but you're somebody that's like has status or somebody who has authority that other people respect. But it's not even like you over abuse it or overuse it. You have like some traditional values too. So they like your values. A lot of people are noticing that you have good values, good family morals, good work ethic. You're a leader. You know what I mean? You're confident in your moves, always on the go. Some of y'all are like inspirational or like inspire other people. So like you're a hype man, but you're also somebody who'll get in the muck with them and like, you know, so you're not somebody who's just like a boss who'll be like, go do this, go do that. You're somebody that get there in the dirt with them. Like, hey, I'll go along with you. I'm not too tripping on like, you know what I mean? I'm not too good to do this. I get here with you. So a lot of people are noticing you to be that hands-on. So some of y'all people are noticing that you guys are still in a relationship with somebody that isn't going anywhere or like has been stagnant. So maybe like in a long-term connection, a long-term relationship. So it doesn't mean that it's stagnant, but it's like people can call it stagnant if it's just been like maybe you guys been together for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and you guys never got married, or you guys have been together for like I don't know, 8 years, 2 months, whatever, and you guys never made it to like the relationship, like making it a real relationship. People may be noticing that about y'all. So they're noticing that you guys get easily angered. Like it don't take much to frustrate you, make you guys mad, or get you guys in your bag. You know, you guys can be very fiery, possibly fighters, or like down to be aggressive if it calls to if it calls for it. You guys are real indecisive though. Like you don't always know what to do. So like maybe you guys take naps when you guys don't know what to do. People notice that. Maybe when you get like I was gonna say perplexed about stuff, you guys just tend to like mope, lay around. You know what I mean? Not really take any action. But then you guys get out of that, and then you guys go like take action, and it seems like shit gets done really quick. So for some of y'all, people are noticing that you have like a status change. So you're like a boss or a leader now, or you have like some sense of authority. And that's what they're noticing. You have some sense of authority now, or just like recognition that other people hate to give you. You know what I mean? Like something about you has changed that people hate to give it to you, and they're noticing that. Like you're successful. You have the success that I would want myself. You know what I mean? I just don't want you to know that you're the one that have it. You know what I mean? So like people are noticing that about you. Yeah, they notice that you're content with yourself. Yeah, like yeah, I'm happy with me. That's what they notice. You're happy with you, regardless of where things are going or how things are turning out. You're happy with yourself because so you got a lot of self love, a lot of self satisfaction. So like you can look at yourself in the mirror. You know what I mean? I don't know if they would notice that, but like they notice that you're happy. You're genuinely happy. You're content. Like what I have, I'm happy with. These are my things. But like I like the stuff that I used to like consider to be a win or successful or like happiness. I don't feel that way about those things anymore. So maybe like one time you were always worried about like the newest car, the newest house, you know, maybe being a celebrity, maybe being, I don't know, rich, wealthy, whatever. Maybe you aren't as like pressed about that anymore. Like I've had these things or I've done this type of stuff. So it's not that big of an issue to me anymore. Like some of y'all tend to be like taking another path in life. So a lot of people are noticing that like you're taking a different path in life and it's more focused towards like maybe a social, I was gonna say social economics or more like people in general, like caring about family or like households or caring more about like the happiness of people who are around you, close intimacy. Like the people who are my friends, the people who are my inner circle, I want them to be happy. I want them to be healthy. So a lot of people are noticing that that's what you're on. That's what you're chasing.
That's what you're pushing more. And you're becoming a lot more driven about those things. You know what I mean? Stepping up. So people have seen you just stepping up a lot more, stepping into your position of power, or stepping into like some sense of authority. They may be also noticing you dealing with like public officials or dealing with like people in the higher authority, people who have status, people who are maybe salespeople, people who seem to be going in and out, but like like go getters. So they're like maybe other bosses, other leaders, people who are go getters. So they notice that you're around. Oh, maybe you guys are around these people. That's what they're noticing. People are noticing that you're around people who like care about the well-being of everybody that's around them. So you maybe you've turned this leaf, and they're noticing that, and then they're noticing that you're hanging with people who are like that. So maybe like the people are noticing that you just like maybe you owe a debt, or that people owe you a debt. Maybe people owe you stuff. Sometimes it's just recognition. So maybe you guys like set trends, or they're like set like a certain way of doing stuff, and then people weren't really recognizing that. They don't give you like, oh, it could be like imitation. It could be like imitation. Maybe people imitate you. Like you set a trend, you do something, and then other people come behind you and they do it, but they don't like to recognize it. They don't like to give you credit for it. They be like, never going to give you that. And I used your move. You know what I mean? Like they don't like you to get recognized. They don't like you. So people are probably counting your blessings. That's what other people are noticing. Like people count your blessings. They be seeing what you be having going well for you, and they be counting them. That's what people are noticing. What you got going on in your life? Oh, you getting active. Oh, whoa, you're getting attention. Oh, people are noticing you. Oh, you become a lot more attractive. You know what I mean? My wifey said something about you. My girlfriend said something about you the other day. Shit like that. Just it's kind of like in that vibe. And other people are also noticing that if they don't give you the attention or recognition that you want, that you don't stay around long. So like if they don't value you or like treasure you or like praise you, you like words of affirmation. You like them to like, you know what I mean? So like if they don't tell you like some good news or tell you what you want to hear, you don't even stay around. You're like, man, I'm out of here. I holler. I holler. And it seems like you guys could build either another friend group or build like whatever again, because it seems like you guys got the power to just make things happen for yourselves. Just go get it. That's what people are noticing. Like, you'll just go get it. There's something I want and I desire, I'm going to go get it. Proud of you. Anyway, let me give you signs. Could be a Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Pisces, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Leo for razzle dazzle. Could be a Scorpio. I did see Aquarius and Capricorn, so possibly them. All right. Scorpio, Street Fighter. All right, we're on Saggy. Let's go. Yeah, I read for Virgo already, Ronisha. I know. All right. Hey there, Ellen Hoss. Hey there, Love Bug. All right, so Sagittarius. Oh, that was terrible shuffle. Sag badge. All right, so Saggy. That's terrible too. What are people noticing about you right now? So, what are they noticing? So what are they noticing? Okay, so for some of y'all, they notice that you guys are still lingering on a previous heartbreak or disappointment. That you guys gloss over your mistakes. So like when you guys make a mistake or say something wrong, you tend to gloss it over, act like it was no big issue, no big thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. They also notice that some of y'all are healing from a breakup or healing from like a disappointment or an injury. So some of y'all are starting to like, oh, you guys are detaching from maybe like an addiction or like a toxic way of doing things. So people notice you just stay in situations where you shouldn't be in for longer than you need to be in. Like maybe you romanticize past connections, same way as like Gemini. Or you guys are like straight across from each other, so that would make sense. So it's kind of like the Gemini, but other people are noticing though. So I'm gonna say this too. It goes back and forth. It goes back and forth as well, because we got Libra energy here too. So some people are noticing that you guys are still holding on to like a previous relationship connection that maybe didn't work out. You guys are maybe like healing from it, but you guys still stay around it. Like people are noticing that you're trying to move on, but like maybe this person keeps you attached or keeps like trying to connect with you or just lingers around. So people are noticing that. It could be an Aries, Leo, Sag, could be a Capricorn, could be a Virgo, Aquarius, Capricorn, Pisces, Libra. That's what people are noticing. So they could be noticing that somebody from your past is still lingering around. It's maybe a relationship that you had, like, you know, it was difficult for you guys to let go or get over. You maybe idolized this person or seen this person in a better light than what they really were, but they probably weren't really good for you. It's somebody who gets easily angered and easily jealous. That's what people are noticing about you too, that you guys get easily angered, easily jealous. It doesn't take much to get you to fly off the handle. So like if somebody annoys you or like irritates you, you're ready to go. You got something to say. It's like a smart mouth, but it's not really a smart mouth. It's like almost like inviting people to fight or inviting people to conflict. Like, I'm not afraid. If you want some trouble, but it comes off like that too. Like, I'm not afraid. Like, if you want something, we can just do it. So it comes off as like real chill. Like, hey, you know, I'll knock you out if I have to, but like, I'm not really here for that. Right. So it comes off as like you guys are very peaceful, but you can get down and dirty if you need to. You know, like people view you as somebody who will sacrifice for their needs. You're being noticed as that, like somebody who will take the, like, you know, the brunt of whatever hurt was going to go for you. I'll take it for you. You know, I'll deal with it. You had some type of trouble coming your way. I'll deal with it. You know what I mean? Who is that? What they say? Oh wait. Oh, me and my daughter. I couldn't even get it out, baby. You were in the wrong live asking for money. It's supposed to be my job. You're tripping. You don't come over here asking more people for money? What? Get you out of here, boo. You're bugging. You don't come over here asking for no money. We don't do no begging. All right. So anyway, you guys are I was entertaining. Very entertaining. People notice that about you. Like, you're very theatrical. So it's your mannerisms, all right, and your actions. It's also the tone. They like your tone, but you also, so you guys could be like very like flamboyant and at the same time very closed off, very frugal. So maybe you guys like spend money like at weird times. Like sometimes I want to do this, sometimes I don't. You know what I mean? So like you guys come off as like maybe mixed messages with people. Like sometimes like I'm insinuating that I'm interested in you, but then at the same time it's like I'm just doing this for fun. So like maybe you guys just be flirting for fun, or just be like trying to get people's attention just for fun, but not really like interested. Like maybe you guys just say stuff sometimes just to like see what could happen, but not really be into it. Some of y'all, they're also noticing that you guys are just like sexually based with them, like only about sex, and then you leave. Like you just come for sex and then you go. You maybe like gloss things over. Like when they try to express their feelings and their emotions to you, you're not really like present. You know what I mean? You may be still holding a grudge. So they may feel like you're still holding a grudge for some of y'all. That's what people may notice. Like you may be still holding on to like some type of past hurt. Like you're working your way through it, but like now you see things in a way where it's like relationships are maybe more about like hurt, or like situations like that are more about hurt. Like you're learning from it. I mean, you guys are like moving on, but it also seems like you guys may still be stuck in it, still holding on to that same type of energy. Like, I don't know if this is what I want to do here. Because my thing, is it still on? Can you still hear me? Can y'all still hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me, because it looked like, I don't know if my mic was on or if it went off. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I was just a little worried. I was like, yo, I can't. All right, cool. All right, just making sure. All right, so anyway, yeah, so people are noticing that you guys are trying to move on, or trying to like get rid of like maybe addictions, or like overindulging in some like old lifestyle that you guys used to live in. And this sometimes could be like more sexual based, or more like drug based, or more like just a personality of yourself that you weren't really the most proud of. People feel like you're trying to work through that. They're noticing that, like you're trying to like maybe grow up, or trying to like evolve. But also, here's something that's a little bit more pleasant. People are also noticing that you guys haven't really aged much either. Like you tend not to have gotten older. Even if you've gotten older, like you tend not to have gotten older. Like you tend to be a lot more daintier, even if you're a man. Like a lot more daintier, a lot more like pleasant to look at. Face and body, face and body. Your face and body is attractive to a lot of people. Even if you guys have gotten older and matured more, it's face and body. For some of y'all, people are noticing if you like in like a sexual connection with somebody, they notice that you're a male. They're noticing you got a big dick. Pause. But this is what they're noticing. All right. They notice that. They know, but for some of y'all, they notice that you don't know how to work it, or you don't really know what to do with it like that. Like, so you just be big for nothing. For some of y'all, that's how they view. Like, it's disappointing that maybe situations haven't gone that far. So a lot of people are trying to transition with you, because you do got one, two, at least two people, maybe three. Like, you don't want a long-term commitment, or you don't want a family like in the traditional way. Like, you don't want to split. I mean, put like households together, or have like a joint family. Like, somebody's looking for like a what do they call it? Blended family. Somebody wants like a blended family with y'all, or they want a connection where you guys like putting resources together, you working together, collaborating together, trying to build up together, because they want to build wealth, or they at least want to build like stability that both of you can share in. But they're also noticing that you tend to be inconsistent with that. Like, your ideas or your visions, they tend to not be grounded in reality. So like, when you want to do something, you may be inspired to do something. It seems like you may start it, but you don't really get it off the ground. So whatever ideas you guys come up with, you're like, all right, I'm about to do this. And then you don't really get it off the ground. You don't do it. Oh, I'm about to start this. And then you don't do it. So like, people are noticing that about you. Like, you be saying you're going to do something, then you don't do it. So people are noticing that about, like, they're that's what they disappoints them. But at the same time, because the Pisces is right next to it, or the Hangman's next to it, they gloss it over. So people are noticing that you gloss it over, and they're noticing that they gloss it over for you too. Probably because you guys are attractive. So like, the shit that they probably would have been pissed at with other people, when you do it, they're like, all right, you're right. You know what I'm saying? You're cool. That's cool. So that's how they feel about y'all. That's what people are noticing. They notice, like I said, they notice that you guys are greedy or selfish, like very frugal, very frugal. You guys don't like to spend money, but every once in a while, randomly, you guys will spend like a large amount, or spend like a big amount, maybe on trips, or like on something that you've always wanted. That's what they're noticing. Like, you'll go out and get something that you really want. All right, so maybe you guys are like smokers, drinkers, or like trying to work, like trying to stop that. Sometimes it'd be like overeating. It don't have to be as bad as like drinking, smoking, drugging, sexing. It could just be like overeating, maybe watching too much TV, maybe being on social media too much. Like, you guys are like detoxing. That's what it is. So maybe people are noticing that you guys are detoxing, or trying to clean up your life, or trying to clean yourself up in some way. You know, but sometimes it could be overspending. It could be any of that. It could, because the ten of Pentacles and the Devil could be attached to like overspending, you know what I mean? Or overly giving to people. Sometimes you could take on responsibilities for people that you don't need to take on for, just because that Pisces energy of sacrificing for others. You feel like it's the right thing to do. And maybe these are people who betrayed you, or maybe these are people who have hurt you, but you guys are like just so gentle or kind hearted that you're like, it's okay. They may have done me wrong before, but I'll still be there for them. So like, people are noticing that about you. You know what I mean? All right, anyway, let me give you signs. Could be a Libra, Pisces, Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag, Capricorn, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. So damn, you guys must know a lot of Capricorn. Ha. Okay. Sagittarius are cheap? I don't know. I don't think they would be cheap. Maybe they are. Some are. I don't know. All the ones I knew, they was kind of cheap though. No lie. We ain't lying about that. All the ones I knew, they was cheap. Nah, I'm lying. My daughter's grandma, she not cheap. She a Sagittarius. She'll spend that money up, baby. She gonna spend that money. I'm like, Sissy, you spending that money up again? She's like, Bernard, don't start with me. I'm like, all right. I'm just checking. If you're gonna be giving the money away, you might as well give it to me. All right. Anyway, so let's go with Capricorn. Capricorn, what are people noticing about you? Oh, damn, Sag. I meant to tell Sag you guys are funny. So Capricorn, they recognize that you guys, people are noticing that you guys don't really socialize like that. You don't be having a lot of friends. You guys don't have a lot of friends like that. Or I'm just gonna say previous friends taking advantage of you guys, taking advantage of your status, or taking advantage of you guys. This is what people are noticing about you? Hold on. All right, I'm about to tell y'all something. So people are noticing that you guys aren't that social. You aren't that social. You guys tend to be pushovers. So maybe with friends, or like when it comes to work, you guys tend to like do stuff that you probably shouldn't do for others. Maybe through friendship. So maybe people are able to like confuse you, or maybe make you doubt your feelings, or make you doubt what you see. So friends, are deceptive towards you. People are noticing that. So maybe you guys always have to like defend yourself from people who are like friends or like close acquaintances or people who you maybe like looked up to. Okay. But at the same time, I kind of want to say that people are noticing that other people are trying to fight to be in your friend group, but you tend to not really see them or not like acknowledge them. Maybe you guys aren't really much for talking. You guys seem to be closed off. And maybe like so people maybe assume you be very traditional or like a certain way. Like it's a certain way that people see you. Like they're afraid. So people notice that you guys don't really take too many risks. You don't really do too much of anything outside your comfort zone. Like you guys ponder a lot, you consider a lot, and then you hesitate even more. So it's like I consider, I ponder, and then I'm like, I don't know. So like a lot of people either, and then you guys either recklessly take action without really thinking it through, just like, oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and just do this randomly. It's like you're very spontaneous. That's what people are noticing about you. You're very spontaneous, and you learn very quickly from like the mistakes. So you guys learn through mistakes. You learn from things that failed or the things that didn't work out for you, or the things that hurt. So maybe you guys learn from hurt. And he also knows that because of that, you guys repressed your emotions, but you learned a lot of like life lessons, a whole lot of life lessons. Yeah, you guys suppress a lot of emotions. That's what people notice. Like you don't really share feelings. We got the Ace of Cups and it's in reverse, so you guys don't really share your feelings like that. And it's always like one fight after another. You guys are constantly, it's friends. You're constantly putting out firefights, either for friends or you're constantly putting out like maybe like this could be like taking on struggles for friends, taking on struggles for acquaintances. Sometimes always having to prove your point. You know what I mean? Sometimes always having to prove your point with people. You guys don't do that anymore. You guys don't even be tripping on trying to prove your point. But for others, you can go the other way around, where people view you as somebody who has feels they always need to prove themselves to like friends or close acquaintances or at work or like to like keep their status or maintain their status. So you feel like you always have to prove yourself. So maybe, but you don't explain yourself though. Oh, so anyway, so people are noticing you guys be very judgmental when it comes to like what people offer you. Like, maybe it's kind of like nitpicky. Like, I don't like that. That's not really enough for me. Like, what is that? So you hold back from really like giving to people. You aren't as generous as it seems. That's what people are noticing. You're not as generous as it seems. Hey there, Cammy. I'm glad you caught me too. All right, Curly Cookie. Thanks for sliding through. People are noticing that you guys have finally called it quit to a previous relationship or a previous situation. Like something that you were stuck in for a while, for a long time. They're noticing that about you. They're noticing that you no longer you're no longer offering of yourself as you once were. You're moving on pretty much. You don't try to fight for people anymore. So maybe you guys were taking on battles for other people, because that's what it kind of seems like. You were taking on battles for other people, and now it's like you guys don't do that anymore. People come to you guys now. A lot of people are like noticing this. People want to like reconcile with you or want to ask for forgiveness, or they're wanting to learn from you. So some of y'all maybe come off as like teachers or come off as like influential in some case, or having some type of like notoriety is what I want to say. Even though it's like a Six of Wands energy, it's like a notoriety. So maybe it's like a household name for some of y'all. So maybe people are always talk. Yeah, there's the moon. So people are always talking about you. They're noticing that. People are always talking about you, talking behind your back. Seven of Swords, always talking behind your back. So a lot of people like tiptoe around you. So what y'all be on? So they notice that people don't try to confront you. That's what it is. They notice that people don't try to confront you, and they tiptoe around you, and they don't really say much around you. Like all the cards are like, I don't say much around you. We got the Scorpio energy, which is also influential. We also got the hierophant here too. So some of y'all are like influential at your job, influential in your career. You guys maybe like trainers, bosses. People are noticing this about you. Like you have some type of authority that other people respect and value, but you also like don't just give yourself away to anybody, to just any old body. So they also notice that whatever relationships you guys are having are hidden, or they could be like at a distance. So maybe you're dating like somebody who's like out of town, out of your city, not like, you know what I mean, not like easily available. People will notice that you guys are in a relationship that they don't know about. So you guys may have like a partnership with somebody that people don't know about, but they find you to be very flighty or always on the go. So like you guys are going places and they don't be seeing where you're going, but they just, so maybe people are like noticing that they have to like make up stories. Like you don't really tell them as much as you used to tell them. Friends maybe, or like acquaintances or people at your job, coworkers maybe, or like noticing that you don't tell them what you used to tell them. You guys aren't like as open anymore. Like you're not an open book anymore. You also kind of like look past the red flags, but you also call them out. So like the things that you used to like let slide, you be saying something about it, but like it don't really be no issue. That's how I kind of feel about it. Like it don't really be an issue. Like you guys may see it, but you may not really have an issue with it. Like you guys can be very forgiving and move on past situations, but like still hold a grudge. So that's complex there because the Eight of Swords is like complex energy as well. So that's complex. It's like, okay, I can forgive you. I can see this from like I can learn a lesson, a deeper lesson to this situation. But at the same time, I can see you and I recognize that what you're doing here. So now I'm about to like hold back, or I'm not about to express myself as much, or I'm about to slow my roll because the three is because with the Four Swords and the Fool in reverse. So it's like I'm about to slow my roll. Eight of Swords is about being closed off, pessimistic. So a lot of people also feel like you guys like procrastinate. You hold yourselves back a lot by overthinking a lot, being in your head, ruminating a lot. You obsess a lot. This is what they notice. Like, and this is what keeps you from like taking risks or getting outside your comfort zone because you guys keep replaying back like the mistakes that you've made or like things that you should have said or things that you should have did. And so that keeps you guys from like being grateful or appreciative of like the blessings that are being bestowed upon you. So you guys are very critical of yourselves. That's what they say. You guys are very critical of yourselves. But a few of you, they call you guys sneaky because we got the moon and the seven swords. They find y'all to be sneaky. Like they be finding stuff out about you. So people are noticing that they're finding out more and more about you, or like you're getting vulnerable more and more. But they also kind of feel like it's being strategic. Like you don't really like conflict, or you don't really like having to like express yourself like directly. So you hold back from really expressing how you feel about situations. Okay, I went a law enforcement, so that's why people always try to use me for status. Yeah, I'd be like that too. I forgive, but yeah, I'd be like, let him hit me in a distance. Hit me at a distance, fam. That's how I'd be. Like, people feel like, yeah, you was a pushover with friends. But now you don't really keep people close. You don't really tell secrets. You don't really let people in. But you've learned the lessons. You guys like have a higher perspective, and you learn the lessons. And now you guys are like revealing like a deeper level of yourselves to people. But at the same time, they feel like maybe it's strategic or it's been planned out or thought about because they feel like you delay before you do stuff. So like it's almost like it's intentional. Even if like say you make a mistake, it seems like it's intentional because people imagine you to be so much of a thinker that this was like planned. You had to have done that. So like say you accidentally do somebody some way, it's like, oh no, she meant that shit. They thought about that, but really, for some of y'all, it could just be accident. You could just be being reckless or wild sometimes, and people be like, oh no, this was meant by you. So people take like what you do personal. This is what they're noticing. Like when you make a mistake or when you like act a certain way around them or when you're not really open and receptive and talking, they take that personal. So like maybe if you guys don't reply, maybe if you guys aren't like the most open, maybe if you guys aren't the most social, maybe if you don't let them be your friend, people take that personal. They're like, why you don't want to be my friend? Why you don't want to entertain me? Well, like, what's wrong with me? So like people really feel some type of way about that. So if you're not really like communicating or being friendly or being like playful around people, they feel some type of way. They feel like something's wrong. That's what people notice. Like if you're not being playful, if you're not like trying to like do the most around me, something's wrong. That's what they notice. They notice that if you start like repressing your feelings or really not expressing yourself that much, or you're not being as generous or giving, that something is off. That's what they notice. Something is off. If you're not free spirited and playful, you're sitting, you're thinking in your head, something is off. This is what they're noticing. So, all right. Anyway, let me give you signs. Could be a Cancer, Leo, Taurus, Gemini, Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Pisces, Sag, Scorpio. For a little razzle dazzle, could be an Aquarius. All right. All right. She started harassing you, Mona? Dang. Well, because you ain't want to hang out? She's like, how you don't want to hang out with me, Mona? I thought we was cool. Yeah, I could be mean too. All right, so Aquarius. Aquarius. What are people noticing about you right now? Hey there, Elizabeth. Ooh, you guys got power. You guys are intimidating. Intimidating. And you guys don't keep people around. You don't need partnerships. You don't have relationships like that. For some of y'all, people are noticing that you guys like to dominate your relationships. You like to be the authority. You like to be the leader. And you don't like traditional values or traditional gender roles. So, okay, you guys got all major arcanas except for the Two of Cups. But you got the Hierophant and the Three of Wands. You got the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Hermit, the Emperor, Two of Cups, and the Three of Wands. And for a little razzle dazzle, we got the King of Cups. We also got Two of Pentacles there. So you guys are selective with who you give to. People are noticing that. Like, you're selective with who you engage with. Like, you don't just be friends or just be like social or like, I'm gonna say open to other people, to like just anybody. Like, so you guys are particular. Like, you guys maybe like to be alone. Like to be alone, and you like things done a certain way. So it's still particular. You guys like things done a certain way. People are noticing that. And people are also noticing, though, that they look up to y'all. Like, you guys have a big vision. Like, you guys are always forward thinking, always focused on like what's going to happen next. Very, I would say entrepreneurial, but also enterprising. Always thinking of like moving up. They may find you to be maybe a little shifty with business. Like, you guys are like maybe great sales, like good at sales, or good at getting people to buy. So maybe you guys are like good at getting people to buy. I think it's like maybe you guys are enticing. Like, people notice that you guys are like very attractive sexually, but it's like you don't let nobody get close to you. And so you're very intimidating. Like, you come off like an old soul. Even if you're not really old, you come off like an old soul. Like, people don't feel like you just don't get them. That's what people are noticing. Like, you seem maybe a little out of touch. That's what it kind of gives the vibe. But like, maybe you're a little out of touch in ways where like maybe you guys come off like a know-it-all, because you guys got a lot of information. You got the Hierophant and the Hermit. This is somebody who has a lot of information. And the Emperor is somebody who's done it as it's always been done. So it kind of comes off as like intimidating, because you be right, but like, how you be right, why you be right, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. Like, maybe you see stuff that other people don't see. Oh damn, my nose. Oh, nose. Hold on. Oh, okay. So you guys like a lot of alone time. You're very independent. It gets independent. Like, I don't need people around. You know what I mean? And if you offer, it kind of comes off as like you're uncertain if this is what you really want to do, or if they offer, you still kind of come off as like, I don't really know. So like, maybe you give. I'm not even gonna say you give people the cold shoulder, but it kind of seems like people notice that they need to be flexible with you. Like, maybe work around your schedule, work around your time, try to balance things with you. Like, when you want to, well, what do you want to? How would you like to? So like, people kind of defer to you as an authority, and this is what they're noticing. So I think this may be like friends, past partners. People are noticing that they defer to you as authority. So like, what you say goes. Because for some reason, people feel like you just know it. You just know it all. You just have this deeper understanding about how life goes than they do, or you just have this like deeper understanding about situations than they do. So people are noticing that they want to get to know you better. Like, they want to have open, like, heart to heart conversations with you. They want to see how far things could go. So that they're noticing that this could be something that maybe for some of y'all, they may notice that they wasted their time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe you're in a relationship, or like you have like a secret partnership, and like they were trying to invest in it, but like you were wasting your time. For some of y'all. So maybe that's what they think. They think that you may be investing in somewhere else. Like, you may be like juggling them. So people may be like viewing you as like a partner who isn't necessarily like the most honest, or somebody who like tends to play games, but you come off like a do-gooder. You know what I mean? Really wanting to dive deeper into connections. So people may be viewing you also as somebody who's like had a breakup recently, though, or like a divorce recently. I got Two of Cups in reverse, Lovers in reverse, Hierophant in reverse. There's a breakup here, or a separation, or like they're noticing that you're having issues getting on the same page when it comes to relationships. And for some of y'all, they're just noticing that you guys just look to the next one or look to the next opportunity, just look to the future. Like, all right, well, this didn't work out. I don't mind being alone. So something else, something else. So like you guys are like always like seem to be looking out to the future for what could happen next and not really tripping if you have a partner or not. Just what they notice about you. So some of y'all made a quit a job or quit like working with somebody, working at somewhere. Like maybe you didn't really like the way it was. Like maybe there was no advancement. Some people maybe noticed like you stopped working at a job, or I was going to say sacrifice your public image. So maybe like your public image is like sacrifice. So maybe you guys like stop working at a job or stop like being somewhere where like maybe you were known. Say like I don't care, whatever. I just invested my time and my resources, but I don't even care. So it's like you're on to the next. That's what people notice about you. Like you're always on to the next. It's not like a Knight of Wands type of energy. It's kind of like, well, this doesn't make sense for me to be here anymore, so I'm about to go do over here. That's like, I need to see results. Three of Wands is like, I need to see results. I need to see something build up here. Like, I've been putting some time, some energy. I made a desire about what I want. Now I need to see some results that what I'm looking for is coming. You know what I mean? So, like, people that you see you as being very persistent because it was with this Emperor here, very persistent and adaptable to change. Like maybe when people are like changing up their moods or when people aren't really like receptive to you, you know how to like pivot. That's what people are noticing about you. You know how to pivot really well. Like they can't really pin you down. That's what I'm getting. Or can't really get the best of you and emotionally. Like people can't really read you. You just come off as like very like reserved, knowing that you have personal power, knowing that you have status, or knowing that you have things under control. So you must be like able to be like self-sufficient because it just seems like you just have things under control at all times. This is what people are noticing about you. Like you, at all times, you seem cool, calm, collected, and about your business. But at the same time, with the lovers there, they be thinking that you guys be having fun, little taboo fun, little taboo connections. For some of y'all, they found that you guys are like having infidelity issues or like trust issues with a partner. So it may be like part of that in there too. That's what it seems like. Like you're not really always sincere with relationships, but you like people to come to your calls, but like on your time. It just really gives like on your time. When you want it, then that's when you want people on you. But only when you want it. You know what I mean? Because they feel like maybe most of your stuff has been like based on like creative pursuits or like what you're passionate about. Like that's all you really focus on is like what you desire and making moves on those things. And even if you have to like maybe convince other people to go along with it, you will. But it's like at the same time, you don't really need them. This is what people are noticing about you. They notice that you deal with uncertainty pretty well, though. So, like, maybe mixed emotions or, like, situations that maybe be a little vague, you can deal with it. Like, you don't really care. Like, maybe somebody says something awkward, you're like, hmm. Maybe you just give them the look and be like, oh, and don't really, like, take it too personal. You know what I mean? Like, people feel like you can see through them. So, like, I don't know. They just, I say I don't know, but it's like they feel like you can just see through them. Like they feel naked around you. Like I can't really hide anything around you. I'm constantly vulnerable around you. That's what they feel like. I'm constantly vulnerable around you. So a lot of people are maybe afraid of maybe building intimacy with you or like trust with you because like it's almost like you always know. So that might be what it is for some of y'all. Don't all y'all be in there talking about I do be knowing duty. I do be okay. Let me give you signs. Could be an Aries, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn, for a little razzle dazzle. I seen Aquarius because of the Five of Swords. Could be a Virgo too. I said that. Okay. Pisces, we made it. We made it. We made it. You look at people like they stupid. I be doing the same though. Thank you there, Lillian. All right, so Pisces. Woo! Pisces, what are people noticing about you right now? I was just saying that, fairy godmother. I was just letting it be known. All right, what are people saying about y'all? Some of y'all are having car issues. People are noticing that you're having issues with cars, or like you're not making the same moves that you once were. Like you're slowing down. Oh. They feel you guys got big D energy, even if you're a man or a woman. You got big D energy. People are noticing that about you. You guys come off as super confident, maybe a little reckless, all right, but real chilled, real relaxed. Like you guys like being home. Some of y'all people notice that you guys travel a lot, or you be having like investments going. Maybe you have different little creative ventures that you be having your hand in. A little dibble dabble here, a little dibble dabble there, and you be making in stretch. That's what people notice, that you guys are making in stretch. So you guys be making good investments. So whatever money you be putting out, or like whatever like things that you put your time and energy into, they play out or they pan out for y'all. People are noticing that. They notice that you're like very self-assured, very self-assured. You don't share your ideas with others, so you don't be telling other people what your intentions are. So people may see you as a liar and a runner. You know what I mean? Somebody who doesn't really want to like address situations head on, but you will. But like when you have the, I'm gonna say the high ground or the moral right in the situation. So like if you're right, then here you come. You're about to like blast somebody. But if you're wrong, then you're avoiding it, or you like maybe like hide some of the details so it doesn't like show that you're wrong. You know what I mean? So people are noticing this about you. Like you don't always tell everything, which could sometimes make you seem to be a liar. But it doesn't have to be a liar. But just for some people, they may feel that way. You know what I mean? Like they feel like friends have betrayed you. So people are noticing that you don't really have too many friends around. You stay home or you stay to yourself because people maybe once betrayed you and still try to be friends with you. So like that's what people are noticing, that you guys maybe still have some friends around who you don't really like have them around, but they try to be around because they betrayed you. You know what I mean? So they maybe because like you were maybe very cooperative, very helpful at one time. You maybe helped make them better. You always got to have the last word, and you be overthinking a lot. So people also find you having like a weird sleep schedule. They notice that like you're always either up really early or you're up late. So it's one of those two, either up really early or up late, which could be the same thing, right? No, it'd be different. Because if I'm up late, I could be up to like 3 a.m. And then if I'm up early, I could be awake at like 4 a.m. So maybe like that for some of y'all. But they notice that like people carry you like in high esteem. People see you to be a boss. They're also intimidated by you. A lot of people are intimidated by you. So for some of y'all, you may be like very strong or kind of tall or like just like muscular, or just like the frame. Your frame gives off more like you need to respect me. That's what people are noticing. Like you just have this aura about you that says you need to respect me. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm here to do, and you get things done. So they're viewing you as a leader. They're noticing that you're a leader and that you don't just be making like reckless. Well, they do see you making reckless actions, but like, so maybe it's reckless because you don't tell nobody what you intend to do. You know what I mean? Because with the Ace of Swords in reverse, like I'm not giving you the information. I'm not giving you clarity about what I'm about to do. I just do it. You know what I mean? So maybe you got like this shock factor or this wow factor that a lot of people are noticing about you. Like you just pop out randomly, spontaneous when you want to, show up, then just go back when you want. Because like for the most part, it seems like almost like the Aquarius where you guys are comfortable alone, but like you don't have to be. But like you guys choose to be because maybe the people that were around you were people that you guys couldn't really trust. Because they maybe felt intimidated by you. I keep saying that, intimidated, intimidated. So a lot of people probably felt intimidated by you, and there's like secret competition. So a lot of people are noticing that. A lot of people are secretly competing with you, or secretly trying to like, I'm gonna say, start trouble or drama with you, but not knowing how. Like they're afraid of you. So there's a fear of like confronting you. There's a fear of like contesting what you say. There's a fear of like just going against you in general, or not being on the same team as you. So that's what people are fearing. Like people are noticing that. Like people fear you in a way. I don't know if it's like in an aggressive way, because it's like maybe with the Five of Wands, you maybe used to be a fighter, and maybe you don't now. Like maybe you've calmed down, maybe you've relaxed, maybe you're not as like violent as you used to be, maybe you're not as aggressive as you used to be. You suppress your frustration a lot more. You don't just like blow up like in anger anymore like you used to. You know what I mean? Like you slowed your roll. People notice that, but like at the same time, they don't really know what you're on. So like maybe you guys could like flip a switch if you wanted to, because the Two of Pentacles is here, which could be like up and down energy. You know, sometimes sometimey. I call it sometimey, where sometimes I'm on some shit. Today I'm not. So you cool. You know what I mean? But are you cool? Because I can flip the switch today. So like it gives that vibe. Like that's what people are noticing. Like, what are you on today? Who are you? Who are you today? How will you be today? Like you're very confident whatever way you present yourself, but like people are just like noticing like we don't know who you'll be. So maybe you guys like wear a mask sometimes, even if it's not like an intentional mask. It's or at least would appear to be a mask, because it's like I don't like with the Ace of Swords, like there's not real clarity about what's going on. Conversations aren't really being had. You know what I mean? They're afraid of even having it. People are a little spontaneous, or they feel like you're afraid to have conversations that bring up conflict. So they're afraid, like maybe you don't like say things because you don't want to stir up the hornet's nest. You don't want to start trouble. Hey, Veronica, you don't want to start trouble. You know what I mean? Very. This sounds like an Aries on a normal day, though. Well, Aries and Pisces being right next to each other, it seems like we run right back into that same energy. All right, so people are noticing that. Like you guys don't beef as much as you used to. You're not as reckless as much as you used to. You don't bicker back and forth as much as you were used to. Now it's like you assert yourself. I said what I said. That's it. So people are noticing that. Like, oh shit, you mean it? You standing your ground? Oh, that's not who you used to be. Okay. Or it used to be the other way around, more aggressive. You know what I mean? Like if I say something and I'm ready to fight, but now it's like more like I'm straightforward with y'all and that's it. And I'm confident about what I said. I'm self-assured. I'm not doubting this. So I'm not doubting myself anymore. So people notice that you don't doubt yourself anymore. You just go at it. But they also notice you to be hesitant when it comes to like initiating conversation or when it comes to initiating communication. Sometimes you drag your feet on that. Or sometimes you tend to overthink maybe when you should reach out. Like, is this a good time? Is that a good time? Like, some people notice that, like, you overthink. Like, you care a lot about your public image or how other people receive you. That's what they notice. You care with how other people receive you. Like, you want them to receive you in the utmost respect. So, like, if you feel like you're not going to get that from them, then you don't say anything, or you don't even like come towards them, because like you may even act unbothered or act like you don't even know they exist. And people notice that, like, if you're not going to give me the acknowledgement or the recognition or the respect that I want, I don't even see you. Whatever. You know what I mean? And that's what people are recognizing about you. Like, they need to respect you. They need to respect your handle. You know what I mean? That you may not really be as interested as they thought. That's what people are recognizing about you. You may not be as interested as you put on at one time. So maybe people thought they had you and like intimately or romantically. These would be like people or even friends who thought you were more invested than what you were. People who thought that you maybe needed them more than you did. That's what it kind of gives this vibe of like, you're cool, calm, I'm chilling by myself. Most likely you'll reject other people. Like, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm cool. You know what I mean? I'm cozy in my own little space. Got my pad, got my phone, got my TV, got my snacks. I'm cool, or whatever it is you got. Because the four comes about binge watching. So maybe people are noticing like you like to be home watching shows, binge watching on your phone, on the pad. They're noticing that like you may take random adventures, random trips. Maybe one day you're just like randomly out here in Vermont. The next day you're out there in Mexico, or like you're going from here to there, just randomly. You just like pop out wherever you want, whenever you want. You're just like super spontaneous. But like people are always like like following behind or trying to tag along with you. So they may notice that like people are always trying to tag along wherever you go, and you don't really seem to be too interested. You may even be bothered, but you may not really like say that you're bothered. You may just kind of like suppress the frustration or like the anxiety of like maybe having to be too social with people. So it's like today I can be a little mixy, but I'm not really looking to be mixy today. But if I want to, I can. So like it gives like an up and down energy, a lot of up and down energy. Like so, some days you guys maybe it's gonna be like commenting. Some days, you guys like maybe comment or post. I have no idea what's in Vermont. Cheese? I don't know. What's in Vermont? It just came to mind. I just said Vermont. I don't know. Like, what is it? You know what I mean? You guys are random as hell. People notice that like you're random as hell. You guys will say some random shit. Could be jokes, like or have like random ideas that seem a little like out there, but they're innovative, but they seem like a little bit like quirky or a little bit like out there. Like, why would you say that? What made you think that? How'd you get to that point? How'd you get to that conclusion? So like a lot of people like question your thought process. They notice that like they have to like they don't tend to understand your thought process. That's what people are noticing. I don't understand like they question your way of living. They question your methods. They question your insight. That's what people are noticing. Like I don't understand. I don't understand them. I don't understand why they do that. I don't get it. That's what a lot of people are noticing. Like they don't get you. They don't understand the way that you do stuff. But they also hesitate there. So they're noticing like maybe like you're not that interested. It's a big thing about you not being that interested, y'all. That's a big thing here. You not being that interested and you not being the one that initiates. People notice that. They're like, oh shit, I gotta respect this motherfucker. They're standing their ground. So if they say they ain't talking to me no more, then they not talking no more. So like they know it's like I gotta be the one to initiate. I gotta be the one to say something. I gotta be the one to start things. I gotta be the one to inspire you. Like you're driven and motivated, but like not if I don't show you the respect or the admiration that you deserve, then you're like, I'm not there. Whatever. Let me give you signs though. Could be a Leo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Cancer, Aries, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag. For a little razzle dazzle, could be a Virgo. Okay. Thank y'all so much. Thanks for joining again, y'all. My nose is stuffy for some reason. I don't know what just happened in the middle of the read. Sometimes that be happening. Sometimes my right ear be going out too. Like when I be doing these and I be getting loud and then I be like my words be like slurred a little bit because my ear be popping when I be doing these sometimes. It's not doing it today, but I noticed that like a couple readings ago. Yeah, y'all. So thank y'all so much for being here. I don't even know how many likes we got, but I'm sure it's pretty good. We had like 130 something people, maybe 139, 130 something. That was pretty big. Appreciate that. I'm hyped about that. One of these days we're gonna have like 1,000 people in here. Cause oh yeah, did I tell y'all? I just started I got some zodiac reads too. I'm gonna put them in the I think I was gonna put them in my on my memberships, or I was gonna do it on my Patreon. I don't know. I'm gonna do one of them. Either I'm putting it on my memberships or I'm gonna put it on my Patreon. It's one of those two. I'm about to post those videos there soon, so that way you guys will have some content when you guys ready to watch them. These were and I couldn't even really edit them, but they do have like the intro on them though. My own intro, so they'll be on there too. All right. Anyway, y'all, I gotta get ready to because I gotta blow my nose, and I'm hoping that this dude fixed my car. I got the part, but he ain't been answering. He got one of them text me apps, so like texting him takes forever for him to reply back. I be calling him and shit. He's out in the woods in the boonies, so I'm hoping to get to him before it get too dark and then mosquitoes start getting me. I'll be super I'm super juicy for some reason. They just love me. All right, y'all, I'm gone. Was it fire? I bet it was too. Knockout. Peel your top. All right, y'all. Enjoy yourselves. Have a good night, evening, whatever.